go. Right, we're back again. This is going to be low energy from me at the very least because it is 2 a.m. and we are streaming the final conference of today, which is Sony, and then I can go to bed. Deary me. How long have I been up? 11, 12, 1, 2... Only 15 hours, but it feels like longer. Especially when you have to talk for 6 hours about games, conference stuff. Oh, we have a thing on the screen saying the PlayStation Media Showcase will begin shortly. Also, they're calling it a media showcase, not a conference. I don't know whether I should don't know whether I should be concerned about that.
Are they going to be showing off interactive media?
Yeah. No, I just worried that it would be like the Square Enix one from earlier, just be a showcase of like some games and then it finishes, and nothing else.
Yeah, I don't know if they do that because Sony has some more recognizable people in it. I mean, you got to get Andrew House to come out. Yeah. And God, I forget whatever his name is. The other guy.
I don't know.
The guy that replaced Jack Tretton.
I'm not into sort of Sony and the ins and outs of the company enough to tell you, I'm afraid.
Oh, see, I used to this used to be the only conference I would watch because I excuse me, I used to be a big Sony pony. Like I was
right
fanboy.
I know.
And, I would.
The last couple of years they've had really strong conferences, but I think this year it'll probably still be good, but it won't be as good as it could be. I don't think they'll have a strong showing, certainly as much as Microsoft.
Yeah, it's like this is a great E3, but when everything is great, then you're only showing you have to go back to the fact that they only showed 4 games.
Yeah, they won't have a massive standout necessarily.
Right.
Because everything else.
And Sony likes to do this thing where they ramble on about stuff that nobody cares about, like their TV stuff, you know, all their extra services that a lot of people don't care about.
Yeah, I just want them to announce something like backwards compatibility coming to PS4. Like,
well, it is with the PS Now.
I know, but I don't want PS Now. Oh, we're starting.
That's.
I want just
That's
to be able
always
to.
one of those.
I want to be able to do the thing that the Xbox does, and you just put an old game in and it registers it to your account. That was like the best thing about the Xbox One, and that's its selling point to me, is the ability to play enhanced versions of old games.
Yeah.
Why are they doing this in a barn?
And welcome.
And why does he look like he's got lipstick on? Or has eaten too much pizza? Oh, they're in a church.
This fulfills your obligation for the coming Sunday, for those of you who need to know that.
Why are they in a church? And they need to tell people to stop with the flash photography.
It's great to see the congregation as large as it is tonight under this single tent.
What?
And for those of you who may be a bit apprehensive because you remember that movie Kingsman, this doesn't end that way. It doesn't end that way.
Well, we hope so, anyway.
But, again,
This is kind of bizarre.
And as you can see from this evening, here again at PlayStation, we've decided to mix it up a little bit in the way that we're doing our E3 presentation this year.
I mean,
you know, we look at
saying they've mixed it up is certainly one way of putting it.
And the things that we want to impart to our fans here with us and their fans on the live feed worldwide. And that changes our design ideas around what we can do for this show. So tonight, we're going to have, rather than a bombardment of new creative, we're going to take all of you on a journey deeper into some of the key titles we've talked about before, but we're going to talk about them in a different way.
Apparently there's some audio static coming from the
yeah,
feed.
there is. Yeah, it's not just you. It's me. It's coming up on here as well, yeah. I feel I see where they're going then with this. Instead of having game after game after game like Microsoft did, they are focusing, as you say, on the 4 that they have, and then just going further into what to expect from them.
It's what we do. It's what we have to do.
Which could be alright, but at the same time, I don't know if that would be too slow-paced.
I mean, that's the way to go for it. Sony does have the stronger exclusive lineup. I just wonder exactly if it's going to be... Is this going to be enough?
Games that we can deliver to you
yeah.
in a way that's going to blow your minds. And tonight, we're beginning here in this tent.
He said the tent word.
In Los Angeles to let you start that journey
tents.
with us and let us tell you our stories for the next hour or so. So without further ado, it is my great honor and my unique privilege to invite to the stage, introduce to you
Hideo Kojima?
Gustavo Santaolalla.
I don't know
Gustavo.
who that is. Who's that? A guy in a hoodie, apparently.
Thank you all for coming to my tent.
Apparently Donald Trump has left his hotel with the North Korea summit.
Isn't this the guy that ran on the news and said "fuck her right in the pussy"?
That'd be a strange booking choice.
Oh, come on. You can't get someone to play the banjo and it not be Steve Martin.
Well, apparently they can, and they are currently doing so.
It looks like James Hetfield's dad.
I vaguely remember there was, like, I think Kirk Hammett's dad, like, they asked him, like, what he thought of his son and everything else. I was just like, that seems like a loaded question. It's like, what are you trying to get out of him there?
Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew WK.
Oh, I would... Do you know what? At this point, yeah, I'd go for that. That would be funny. I don't really know why this is currently a thing, though.
If they brought up Red Dead 2, that would be kind of interesting.
They could. I mean, it's not had anything at all yet, which is slightly surprising.
Yeah, Rockstar usually doesn't do EA or E3. God, I'm doing it again.
Yeah, they don't, do they? They just tend to promote in their own way.
This reminds me a lot of that Far Away song from the first Red Dead.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
I.e. the best part of Red Dead, besides the ending.
To be honest, this might well be Red Dead. I can't think of anything else that it might be.
Nah, he just flipped us off.
Still a lot of static on the feed, though. I wonder what's going on with that.
Apparently the YouTube stream doesn't have static, so it must be a Twitch thing.
Oh well. I am not switching now.
I can barely hear it. It's not a problem for me.
Oh, it's noticeable enough to me with the headset on, but, you know, that might be different for other people.
Thank you. Now back to your regularly scheduled E3.
Yeah. I don't really understand what that was for, but okay.
Play Free Bird. It's to set the mood.
Yeah. Oh, the static seems to have gone now, so that's good.
Dogs that are naughty.
That'll be The Last of Us 2, won't it?
Oh, it's like the place they're in.
Oh, I get it. I get why they've done it now, then. Makes a bit more sense, at least.
That's a very handsome boy.
Very androgynous, definitely. Is this The Last of Us? I honestly have no clue. Or is it Death Stranding? Wouldn't that just be really weird left field if it was Death Stranding?
Yeah. Well, I never played The Last of Us, so I don't know who that guy is.
Yeah. putting on quite the show.
I mean, I know generally what it's about, but I don't remember it being this happy.
Yeah, I can say The Last of Us was a very drab game.
Not gonna happen.
I mean, she looked like that girl looks a bit like the girl from The Last of Us. But again, I didn't play it, so I honestly couldn't tell you without... Oh no, it is, I think, then, because I think she was called Ellie.
I'm here, aren't I?
Yeah, she was Ellie.
Yeah.
Jesse.
Okay.
Don't forget we leave at first light, so get some rest.
Yes, sir. Such a dick. Come on. Why don't you start with me? Okay, I have a very serious question for you.
I've been bitten.
Up, stream froze.
No, mine's still going. Just...
Not my internet.
Right. Yeah, no, I had a lot of issues earlier with the PC Gamer stream. Just kept freezing up on me.
Gross. You love it.
Oh god, I'm ashamed of Twitch chat right now.
Yeah, there's a reason I have not looked at it. Well,
Maybe there's
one of many
Two
reasons.
females are touching. They are obviously.
I mean, yeah, they're implying relationship, but oh my god, grow up. Jesus Christ.
just a girl. Not a threat. Oh, Ellie.
Well, I must admit, TubeBuddy is making the SEO for the EA live stream VOD quite easy. Oh my goodness. My goodness, this is terrible. We can't have lesbicans in the games. That's just awful. He lied.
That was an interesting cut.
Yeah, there we go. To this. That's dramatic. Oh well, at least we get some gameplay of it. So that's something.
Oh, you're playing as.
You're playing as her this time instead of Dinglebat. What's his face? I can't remember his name.
Joel, I believe.
Okay.
God, there are a lot of female protagonists this year.
There are. It's not a bad thing.
It is a welcome change, I have to say.
Yeah, I think we need a lot more representation of women in games. We want more women getting into games because it's a very big sausage fest at the moment. Let's be frank with this.
I do have to say, though, it would be kind of nice if we could get away from the trope of all of them having to have a bow for some reason.
I mean, there's that. That seems to be a weird common thread, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, bow and arrow is cool and all, but...
5 AM my time, I think. There we go. For those of you who are keeping count and missed the EA conference, I've just set that to go live on our YouTube channel at 5 AM my time, which is 12 PM Eastern. Or 12 AM. 1 in the morning Eastern.
Oh, that's kind of excessive right there.
Goodness gracious.
We're gonna hang you, but we're also gonna stab you.
Yeah, that's
It looks like they gutted him.
yeah, that's real nice. That's so lovely.
Spread out.
Ready tea for everyone. Yeah, you might want to back up.
And she's gonna get grabbed from behind, maybe in a scripted set piece. Oh no, okay, not yet. I like that this is actually still like in a city, but it's so overgrown because of everything that you couldn't tell until just now.
I don't like that my stream keeps freezing.
Well, no, that is a bit of a
Close and
pisser.
stuff here.
Yeah, sometimes that helps. Excuse me. I have a Square Enix video. The Square Enix VOD is not even live. It's private, and Square Enix have used Content ID to copyright claim it twice.
Well, doesn't YouTube do that before?
Yeah, but that's bullshit. Fuck you, Square Enix. I hate Content ID sometimes. It's literally the most ridiculous thing. Wow, it's real well there, love.
I'm imagining all of this as like QuickTime events.
I'm gonna say I don't know how that's how interactive that is. I mean, if the actual combat's that visceral, I'm all for it. But we don't know how scripted this is necessarily. I mean, it looks fairly organic from how it's presented.
She went into the grass.
She went into the grass, very descriptive.
She went into the grass that's everywhere. Not only that, how could you not just tell that she's right there? It's a little bit obvious.
Ethan. What? Wolf. She came through here. Damn it. Double back. Go.
I mean, you're really gonna... That's
well, there you go.
a really good way to get yourself noticed. Oh, hello, quick time events.
Hey, me too. He punched her. Does he know he can't do that?
You can't punch a lady.
Oh.
I'm gonna point out that ow, that looked like it hurt. Does she not remember that there were people behind her?
Yeah. I don't think the people behind her remember that they were there.
Again,
that kind of reminded me of a really cool moment from the first Last of Us trailer, where Joel was fighting some people in a building, and he clicked out of ammo, and one of the attackers was like, "Oh, I know what that sound means," and then he ran around the corner. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Now that is quite cool. If this is like, if the stuff they're showing like this is dynamic and it's not a scripted thing, that's really cool. And I'd be interested. But if this is just sort of a scripted thing, then
it looks to be pretty dynamic. I mean,
the way they're
the
doing
enemies
it
came and looked for her.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just
And,
sort of,
you know, she got pulled out of there by the guy.
yeah. I suppose it's a case of wait and see, isn't it? I mean, surely one of them would have heard that.
Yeah. Somebody at this point has seen her.
I'm gonna say that these people have very poor eyesight. Oh, it's alright, just make some arrows. Just, you know. Oh, ow. I really do hope that the melee combat is like that.
Jesus.
I like some visceral melee combat. Like Condemned.
Yeah.
I really think that we need more of that in games.
Not like Elder Scrolls, where your sword just kind of like phases through them.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you need to feel like the thing you're using has weight and impact like that.
I almost wonder if there's some sort of like a dodge mechanic, like Final Fantasy 15, where if you're... Because it looked like she dodged that one blow.
Yeah. Ooh. That's a bit vicious. That bit there specifically looked a little bit scripted. I think that cut into a cutscene there. But otherwise, that looked pretty good.
Yeah.
That's also a weird thing to think about while you're kissing someone.
He should be terrified.
Gonna be honest.
Girl, when I kiss you, I think about all them people I done murdered.
Fair enough. That was a really long gameplay trailer. That was longer than I was expecting. And that was a good 5 minutes there.
Back to the tent.
Bloody hell. That was an abrupt cut. I don't understand why this is in a tent like this, though. It's very confusing.
Maybe all their gameplay trailers are taking place in similar tents.
Well, they've got like 10 tents for each, like one for each trailer that they're going to show.
Oh, the Twitch chat spoiled it. It's because the games are in tents.
At the PlayStation E3 showcase. We're taking a quick intermission while folks move along to the next part of the experience. We'll have a little bit more to
Okay,
share
yeah,
on that
it's
later.
literally they're going to
And I'm
move
joined
on to a
by
different
my
thing
good
each
friend,
time.
Clement.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's Vsauce.
I'm good. It's a pleasure to be here at the PlayStation
Yeah,
Showcase.
it really is, isn't it?
And it's going to be a huge night for Worldwide Studios a little later when the showcase resumes. And what better guest to have for joining us about
Say a little later. How long is this going to go on for? I do want to go to sleep today.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, good to be here.
I thought you were just on stage. How did you get up here so fast?
We created this pneumatic tube that I was dropped into and shot right across to the studio here.
Right.
Okay, so it's like Futurama
Well, it's
then.
great to be here, and I think that was a very powerful start for our E3 program for this year.
That's right, and there's much more to come, but I do want to zero in on The Last of Us Part 2.
If there's much more to come, why don't we just get back to that? Like,
what
are the people in the
closely with Naughty Dog?
Are they watching this?
They've been told they're moving.
Curious,
Like, they're moving on
from
to
your
the
perspective,
next
where is
thing.
their head at when it comes to developing this game?
Where's their head at?
So,
I mean,
like,
they
I
are-
think
they
they're
are
going to keep
everywhere. They're
moving
looking
them
at,
through. They
what
called
to
it
do
an
next iteration of the Last
experience.
of Us series.
Which is
I
a
think what we
bit
saw tonight.
dumb.
that
Everybody
piece
get out of the tent. We're going to the
content
next
was
venue.
so impactful.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole relationship between Ellie and Dina going into the combat sequence really shows that they're pulling out all the stops over at Naughty Dog, and they're going to have a very broad
Of course
and
they're
ranging
pulling
game.
out all the stops. It's it's like one of the biggest and most anticipated games of recent memory.
What you're coming up against.
I can't wait to see more of that, and that was first gameplay we saw there of The Last of Us Part 2, looking obviously incredible.
And then you cut back.
Speaking of incredible,
Welcome to an
Worldwide
abandoned
Studios
hospital.
lately
Here's
has
Hideo
just been
Kojima to talk to you about
unbelievable.
Death Stranding.
Horizon, God of War, which
That
needs
would be
no
quite
introduction,
funny.
and Detroit Become Human. I mean, what is the secret, and what are you doing over there at Worldwide Studios? What's going on there?
The rule number one is do no harm, right? Right. In a lot of ways, my job is just to move the boulders out of the road to make sure that creative talent
Real
can get where they need
cringy
to
there,
go.
mate.
You know, provide backup, provide scope, provide generalized, advice about where we can take this as an industry and as a gaming culture. But honestly, we've got 13 studios worldwide. We try to give them as much creative control as possible and just help support them through to their vision. That's kind of what we've been trying to do here for the last dozen years or so with Worldwide Studios. And I think right now, certainly in the PS4 era, you're seeing a lot of that coming into play right now.
All these poor souls in the Twitch chat. They're still thinking they're going to get Final Fantasy VII Remake, Skate 4.
I've been getting a whole lot.
don't think
it's
Skate
4 games.
I don't think Skate 4 is going to happen. Skate 4 was an Xbox game. Like, Skate's an Xbox series.
One of the things I wanted to mention was, I get a lot of tweets about new games.
Like, is the game you want to see one of those 4 games? No, then it's not going to happen.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I think they might show off more than that, just not in very in-depth with some of them.
God knows my Twitter feed is filled up with a lot of stuff that
Maybe. I'd
we
be
can talk about
pleasantly
here and not talk
surprised,
about it all, but it's all important. We take it all seriously. And New Game Plus is something that came through really strong and really hard through that kind of feedback loop. And I'm happy to say today,
a little bit louder than I was expecting.
We have some more updates on that. We'll put that through the blog, but it's going to happen.
All right.
Definitely.
As someone who miraculously finished God of War with a 2-year-old at home, that makes me very happy. I will somehow find more
scary,
time.
But okay.
I will find time to get
Alright,
He wasn't watching.
number...
I want to confirm that.
Kids don't try this.
That's sweet. But yeah, thank you so much, Sean, and it's great to hear that you and the amazing team at Santa Monica.
Wow, video games are great, aren't they?
Yeah.
Video games are sure great.
Please.
Yeah, video games are sure great.
They need to
Excellent.
stop this now. It's getting
You know
a
my
bit...
favorite part about video games are? How great they are.
A lot more to talk about too.
Yeah, and actually, Sean,
Yeah, can we actually start talking about it then instead of...
you did something a little bit out of the ordinary.
Please stop this.
You kind of came
This
out
is
and
just
talked about the 4
silly.
main games that we would be highlighting tonight's PlayStation Showcase. I was wondering what the thought process was there.
Well, every year we try to let the stories we have to tell design the experience we're going to create. And this year, we felt that what we really want to do is take people.
We decided not to hang bodies from the ceiling this year. That was a misguided step.
And get them to see
that's a bit of a stretch. What was that for last year?
Days Gone.
It's a really
okay.
They're like, this game has zombies in it. Let's have some zombies.
Yeah. That's the thing that needed to happen.
Don't come here expecting to have some big flashy new idea come out or some big surprise come out. Come here and sit with us and walk with us as we get through to see the background stories and deep inside of the games we're working on.
Wonderful. And we do have a lot more coming from those Worldwide Studios games in the showcase later tonight. Do you have any personal games that you're most excited about?
Well, they're all fabulous, and I think
I feel like I'm watching a hockey game and we're at intermission.
I know. What? Please just stop with this. This is just silly.
And that's our favorite web slinger,
of course,
Spider-Man.
Okay, we've got some more Spider-Man at least, so that's something.
Home should be happy with what they're going to get.
Awesome. Thank you, Sean.
Sean, thank you so much for dropping by. Always a pleasure to trade notes with the chairman of Worldwide Studios.
It's great to see you guys. I'll head back to the pneumatic tube station then.
All right, please do.
Right.
And
okay, are we going to start the next thing now, please?
Minutes as the E3 showcase continues, but in the meantime, we also have some other updates for you while we wait during this short intermission. So I say we kick it off.
Call of Duty, what?
From the world of Call of Duty.
Okay.
Okay. If we must.
A gun fires a bullet.
It'd be more interesting if it fired a cuddly toy. Wow. What is this?
Oh, these are maps.
Oh wow, this is hot garbage. Like as someone who doesn't care about Call of Duty at the best of times, this is to me hot trash.
Oh, Slums. God, I remember Slums.
Is that an old map or?
Yeah, it was. That's a pretty fun map.
Okay, so what, they're bringing back new maps for this battle royale mode, are they?
Yeah, it's something they do every Call of Duty. They bring back old maps from the series.
I did not know that.
Get access to Back in Black maps in Call of Duty Black Ops 3 only when you pre-order Call of Duty Black Ops 4 from PlayStation Store.
That sentence confused me immensely. I don't even understand what that was about.
We're in a short intermission period here, but we've got some good stuff to talk about. We've got some good friends as well.
Yeah.
Meredith Molinari.
Oh man. Oh no, Sony, what are you doing? What are you doing this year?
Yeah, excellent.
This is not good.
And, when it comes to Call of Duty, we know that a bunch of remastered maps from Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 are making their way to Call of Duty Black Ops 4.
I am less than impressed by this.
Yeah, not doing it for me so far.
It's really not doing it for me either. I don't like what they're doing currently.
But what if I don't own Call of Duty Black Ops 3?
Well, that's where it gets a little more interesting, my friend.
Oh.
So tonight, we are actually doing a surprise PlayStation.
How about you just drop the game already?
I'm gonna say, please just.
Black Ops 3 is coming to PlayStation Plus later tonight.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes,
Okay,
nice.
good. PS Plus, if that's the thing that you subscribe to.
With our audience, but
not anymore. Not that I, have any PlayStation products in my house anymore.
Do you not? Why?
I had my PlayStation 4 Pro, but then once I got my PC, I kind of didn't see a need for it. Kind of regretting that now, but
I can say there's a lot of good exclusives for PS4. That's why I got one.
Yeah,
It's like
at the time that I had it, there weren't.
I see. Yeah, no, the reason I got the PS4, I have a gaming PC, and I'm like, oh great, this is cool, but there are some games I'd like to play. And I also, I don't want to play everything on PC all the time, because, sitting on my sofa is a bit more comfortable.
Yeah. Oh, the Tetris effect, okay.
Oh god, why does that still exist? Okay, what the fuck was that? Oh, is this State of Decay? Or is it Days Gone?
This is Days Gone.
Is it out yet or not?
No.
Oh. I thought it was out already. Well.
Oh, this is Alan Wake 3.
I have to figure out what happened.
Really? Alan Wake 3.
Yeah.
Well.
AKA Twin Mirror.
Oh, I see. Right, yeah.
It's basically the same thing. It's like artistic guy returns home, weird things have happened,
Okay,
there's
yeah.
a murder.
Really? Who are you?
Well, this one looks
Saber,
interesting
nice.
because it's by the people that made... Oh, Beat Saber I want, but like the previous one was made by the people who made Fee, which is apparently adorable, so...
Yeah, Fee is adorable.
I want Fee, I still don't have it and I don't know why. Is it on Steam or is it just on Switch? I can't remember.
I'll check Steam for you real quick.
From the E3 PlayStation Showcase. I mean, when I say a few minutes, I mean we're really. So let's keep moving.
It is not on Steam.
Oh, okay. I will have a look.
The people are about ready to go. This show's about to continue.
Fee video game.
Yeah, it was great
Released
to see
by
the
EA
countdown stuff, but I do think
on...
that there's, like,
Oh, it's
maybe
on
one thing we
Windows.
can sneak in there
Oh,
before we
EA,
cut
so
to
it's
the
on
next
Origin.
thing.
Yeah, let's squeeze it in. Let's squeeze it in.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, so I can either get it on Switch or Origin. And for some reason, with Unravel 2, Origin was more expensive than the PS4 store, so I bought it on PS4.
Yeah, that's weird.
Look at the next chapter right now.
What are we looking at now? Something interesting, perhaps? Maybe
Destiny?
Hope?
Yeah.
Oh, so not
It's that
something,
guy.
not something interesting then. That's a shame. Can you tell I don't really care about Destiny?
Yeah.
It's not my
Gameplay
thing.
is fun, but everything else is pretty much garbage.
Yeah. Skull and Bones. E3. Ubisoft. Well, considering I've got to the point where I'm just doing the SEO for the VODs of the other conferences we've done, that's going to tell you about how good this one is so far. I'm not having
it's that guy from the story I don't remember.
Yeah, it's a guy with glowing eyes. Brilliant. For some reason, the TubeBuddy suggested tags for the Ubisoft conference. One of them is Twitch Thoughts. I don't know what that's got to do with Ubisoft, but okay. Just
So that guy kills Cade 6. But he was dead. What the heck?
But now he's...
What is even going on?
I don't know. I don't think
But,
I care enough to know.
A lot of these villains were supposed to be dead, I thought.
No. Well, now they're not dead because reasons.
Forsaken. Oh.
Okay.
Destiny is kind of Forsaken. They're just naming their DLCs after what people are saying about the game now.
Yeah, definitely.
Next up, Destiny shithole.
Yeah.
It looks really
Next up, Destiny, we're going to take out features and replace and make them like paid or more paid.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
That's right. We are.
Oh, we're actually getting back
This
to the
time
fucking
we got
show.
it.
Yeah. Might actually be getting to the fucking showcase again.
We've got a lot more in store tonight, but for now.
I think it's almost time.
I think it's almost time. Should we get to it?
I think why keep people waiting? Let's get
Why
to
are
it.
you
So many more to
talking
cover.
about this?
Got a lot more in store, so let's check it out live.
Da-na-na, da-na-na. Oh, this is probably Shima.
Oh yeah. I didn't really see what that was about, but I know that it's Japanese.
I have no idea. I just know it's. I know it's a like a feudal Japan thing. I think.
Yeah, that's all I know about it.
Bring back Banjo Guy.
I'm trying to think of what Ubisoft actually covered in their conference. Oh yeah, Beyond Good and Evil. Gameplay.
Those trills, though.
Is he wearing Crocs, that guy? He looks like he's wearing purple Crocs.
Cultural appropriation.
While I can appreciate the skill required to do this, it's not for me. I don't think.
That was one of my favorite songs by Metallica.
Yeah, I get that this is definitely something that's impressive, but it's not something that
they are actually in a different location.
Yeah, they have moved. They're not in the weird fake tithe barn anymore.
Oh man, I was completely joking about that. That's so weird.
Yeah, they're just moving people around because reasons. Hopefully they're going to keep them in this place now.
Oh, they should have ended it with like a...
What, an Inception.
So is that how it's going to be? We're going to get like a musical performance and then a trailer?
It seems that way. It really does seem that way. Why did I not export Devolver? I didn't realise it separated it either. Oh no. Oh yeah, that's what I did. I remember now.
Temple's close.
Oh wow, this is gameplay.
Oh,
holy crap!
That transitioned nicely. Mind you, it's like GTA 5. They had a really good, good transitional phase between gameplay and cutscene.
I was absolutely convinced that was pre-rendered.
That is not. That is gorgeous. I love that. Like all the detail on that outfit is moving independently of each other.
Look at that draw distance too.
Oh. I hope it stays that good. That's looking swish as fuck.
And then he pulls out a skateboard. Skateboard.
Oh, I would pay good money to see that. That would be fucking hilarious.
See, I don't know anything about this game, but what I kind of want from it is to be The Witcher 3 with feudal Japan.
Yeah, that would be cool. Witcher Japan edition would be nice.
Yeah.
Maybe with less fantasy elements? I don't know. Maybe if they just kept it...
I would keep the fantasy elements, just keep it Japanese, because Japan has some really cool fantasy.
Oh yeah, Japan has a lot of great mythology to go with it.
And I don't think that's really been explored in games.
No, I mean, we were talking earlier about Ubisoft, and we thought Japan would be a good setting for it as well.
Just not a lot of stuff takes place in Japan, unless it's like overly Japanese games.
Yeah, unless it's JRPGs, in which case they're a bit sort of... They don't explore the history like we necessarily want them to. But then we've got things like... Oh, what am I thinking of? We've got things like Neo, which do quite a good job of... Like, it's Dark Souls, but it's Japanese myth.
That and like the new Sekiro, that looks very interesting.
Mm.
But it's inspired by it. It's obviously not realistic.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder what the combat's like in this then. Is this Arkham style combat, or is it more For Honor? This feels very Arkham by the look of it. Some nice sort of counter parry type stuff. I could get behind this.
Yeah, it looks like a mix between Witcher and Arkham.
Yeah, it seems...
Because he's definitely not... He's like not warping between enemies like in the Arkham series.
Yeah.
Ooh, dismemberment.
Okay, yeah, I can get behind that. That's a decent looking combat system. Oh, wow.
Women's.
You're impatient.
Aw.
The bastards beat me to him. Now they're torturing him at the temple.
Come on.
So I'm guessing she's like a Konichi or something.
I don't get that reference, I'm afraid.
Oh, like a female ninja.
Oh, okay. It seems that way, yeah.
We could take them.
No.
Why would you... If you're a god, why would you be facing inside as opposed to facing out?
Not a very good guard, obviously.
No, it's not the best way to guard your thing. Because things like that can happen.
Did he just rip his throat out?
I think he stuck a knife, like, in his throat.
I'll guard the exits.
Ooh, that's a gorgeous looking temple. Look at the detail on that.
Just the atmosphere of it all, like the overcast and like the storm has kind of moved over.
It's looking nice.
Oh, that's straight out of Sekiro right there, that grappling hook.
Yes, I do love a good grappling hook in games. Oh.
Please, I do not understand.
What are you gonna do?
You know what? This is gonna be a PS4 exclusive.
I guarantee it at this point.
It is. I just looked it up.
Well, guess you're gonna have to get a PS4 again. Oh, nice.
Yeah, why can't PlayStation do like Xbox and have all their games on Xbox?
Play anywhere. Because they don't own a dominant PC platform like Microsoft do.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't think they could. I don't think anyone else could at this point. I think you've got Mac and you've got Windows, and there's not much point in anything else.
Masako.
Stand aside, Jin.
Oh, betrayal.
Betrayed my family.
Sudden but inevitable betrayal.
If we fight, the Mongols win.
Already won.
This is so cool.
I mean, it is cool, but at the same time, you know, why set her up as your friend? We don't have enough context for this.
I don't know if they set it up as your friend.
Hmm.
Oh, I guess he just said you're my friend.
That is gorgeous looking. That is a... Ooh, the leaves deform. Oh, look at the leaves deforming. That's lovely. Oh, that's really cool. This is some strong visual style on this game, and I'm really liking it.
Oh, yeah.
We've had a lot of games this year, like, we know they're going to be good looking because that's just graphics nowadays, but you need a strong visual style to back it up, and a lot of games this year have seemed to have nailed that quite well.
Right, you can load up the stock Unreal Engine and it looks gorgeous.
Yeah,
if you don't have a good art design.
Exactly. There is a big difference between fancy graphics and a good art style. Who's firing those arrows?
There was an army coming for him.
Oh. Ghost of Tsushima. Very nice. Don't think we have a release date yet for that, do we? I think that's just sort of vague future release.
Yeah, I'm not just expecting Sony to show release dates for anything. They're not particularly well known for that.
Yeah, no, a lot of it's quite far off, isn't it? Anyway, by the seams of it. Okay. Why is a banana playing the guitar?
This is Dreams.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Straight into whatever this is.
Yeah, I don't. What? What happened to the thing playing the guitar?
Is a shifting place.
Oh, this might be Death Stranding.
There are rules and rituals.
Or not.
You can keep traveling deep.
Gun is like breathing.
Okay, that's weird. I don't know what this is. This is weird enough to be Death Stranding.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't think Death Stranding's focusing on a female protagonist anyway. So
nobody has swallowed a baby yet.
Oh, wait a minute. I think I remember seeing something about this not too long ago. Or something similar.
This looks strangely like Quantum Break.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Although this at least this actually is gameplay that we're being shown. Not very well put together gameplay, but it's gameplay rather than anything pre-rendered. I don't know what that is.
Weird cutaway. Control. Okay.
Okay, that's a thing. Looks interesting with some nice telekinesis mechanics. Ooh, Remedy. Ah, not seen them do anything in a while actually. I don't think.
Why did they show like 2 seconds of Dreams?
I don't know. Who knows anything with Sony nowadays? I mean, this has been
like, yeah, we're still making this.
Yeah, I mean they've used nearly half their time at this point. A good portion of that time was used to weirdly.
Well, they're going for like an hour and a half, aren't they?
Yeah, and they've used half of that time.
Oh, I guess they have.
Yeah. Oh, the last thing Remedy did was Quantum Break. Okay, so it might be to do with Quantum Break.
That's why it looks so similar.
Yeah. What the hell is this? I mean, you're playing something tiny, which is different. Are you playing a mouse or something? That's a good way to get yourself killed. Like that.
Stay back, sir. I got this. Officer, you need help? What are you doing? Get off.
Oh. No. It's awful violent. What the hell?
Okay. Zombie game of some description?
Resident Evil.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
How were people already calling that? Must have been the cereal boxes or something. Might have been a hint.
This looks like it's going to be a prequel then.
I kind of wish they would have stuck with how they did it in 7.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Resident Evil is just constantly just doing whatever it fancies as a series.
Surprised you made it this far.
Need info on my extraction.
I mean, they're using... I mean, like, Leon was the best protagonist of, like, the action series, so...
But really, from what I remember, nobody really liked the action part of it. It was, you know, primarily supposed to be horror focused.
I mean, Resi 4 was I don't know, it was a nice hybrid. But yeah, they seem to have lent into the horror a bit more maybe this time.
It's coming. It's coming back.
Resident Evil 2.
Okay.
Oh, is it like a remake?
A remaster or a remake of 2, yeah. January next year. Yeah, okay, so that's like a remake of Resi 2. Alright. That would be interesting. Okay, some guy got a bit angry there.
He was like, I like that mouse! Oh, here's Dreams.
Well, hopefully.
No.
Nope, not yet.
From Squanch Games and the co-creator of Rick and Morty.
Oh, hello, Squanch Games.
And we're here at E3 to take some looks at this new game I'm going to show you.
Yes. I'm very much a fan of the stuff that Justin Roiland's been coming out with this company.
I'm the bathtub guy. I'm always in my bathtub, but you know, let's not.
Isn't this the? Aren't they related to Rick and Morty somehow?
Yeah, Justin Roiland is the guy who does like half the voices.
I'm playing it right now. Look at me. I'm a cool cucumber over here.
But yeah, he did. They just made their made a games company, and they started like they did a free game called Accounting. It was a VR game.
Oh.
It was real fun, like just a fun, stupid thing. And then they did the VR Rick and Morty game as well.
Oh, that's the voice of Morty right there.
Yeah. Trover saves the universe. Oh,
fun fact: the voice of Morty was actually in Lawbreakers. He was the voice of the Blitzball.
Oh right. So that's PSVR and PS4. So at least I don't have to buy PSVR to play it. So that's good.
Oh look, Kingdom Hearts again.
Oh, great. The third time that it's been mentioned.
Oh, we're going back to Pirates. Why? Pirates was the worst world. It literally was the worst world in the whole Kingdom Hearts 2. I mean, that looks impressive for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely better than Kingdom Hearts 2's version, but the problem with it in Kingdom Hearts 2 was like the human or the zombie pirates, you could only hit them when they were in moonlight. So if they were in the shade, you couldn't attack them.
Well, that's incredibly inconvenient.
Yeah, and then there would be whenever you traveled from place to place, there would be these little mini games where you would be on the ship, and the pirates would attack you and steal the medallions from the first movie. Like, you had to go on and collect all those medallions to stop the curse.
All right.
And yeah, and it was just, it was such a pain in the ass. I mean, this looks gorgeous. Don't get me wrong. I hope they handle it better.
Well, by the sounds of it, it can't be that difficult to handle it better.
You back in the organization?
Yes. Surprising, isn't it?
Jack, don't you give this creep the time of day.
Sora, stand down. It's the code. Mustn't strike a pirate aboard ship when said pirate offers.
Is that Johnny Depp or is that not Johnny Depp?
I think they got his stand-in for that.
Maybe, yeah.
Normally, a lot of the Disney actors, they get their TV stand-ins to do the voices.
Okay. I mean, in fairness, getting Johnny Depp involved in things at the moment is a little bit touch and go in terms of good PR.
Yeah.
I mean, rightly so in some respects, but, you know.
And the unversed collected enough screams and sadness from those
Vanitas? Yeah. So she was dead. I don't know what she's doing back alive.
You know, video games, reasons.
Like, none of this stuff makes any sense. Zigbar, he was dead. His boss fight was a pain in the ass, too.
cut your hair too.
Okay.
Oh, there's 2 Rikus now. Okay. God, I just don't know about Kingdom Hearts anymore.
Yeah, I don't think it needs to really. I don't know. I feel like it could never live up to what is expected of it now. Oh, and they're redoing 1.5. Okay. Do they need to redo 1.5? Kingdom Hearts HD 1.8.
That's 2.8.
Okay, right. Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 final chapter. That's a mouthful. An unnecessary mouthful at that.
It's weird, but it actually it makes sense in a weird kind of way with the lore, but yeah. Here we
And
go.
still
Here's
no
Death Stranding.
Yeah, and still no dreams. I noticed. Oh, lovely. That doesn't get less creepy.
No.
You never know, we might get some gameplay this year.
Oh. You still think this is a game, huh?
It's just going to be a CG movie that's going to come out in like 2020.
So, you have dooms, like me. What's your level?
I've got the extinction factor. I think you got me beat.
You can see them, right?
No, but I can sense them.
Wanna come work for me? Must be tough out here.
What's the...
I can't help you with
a virus where you get a baby in your stomach.
I'm a man, but I'm pregnant.
I have no clue at all what this is supposed to be. I don't think anyone does.
We just want gameplay. Stop showing us stuff that's not gameplay.
I know. Like, sometimes I even wonder if Hideo Kojima knows what this is. Well, that looks like gameplay.
This might
in
be gameplay,
massive
yeah.
quotes. Yeah, I mean that looks like something that you're playing, but I want to know what the game actually is and what it's about.
Yeah, like what's the point?
Yeah. Okay, we're back to pre-rendered again.
No, that could be gameplay, or that could be in-game.
It might be, but it's looking very pre-rendered at the same time. That's a body. Ooh. It's a very good draw distance on that landscape. Ooh, hello. Okay, we're getting some good environments. Vague
I wonder how
tone.
much of that is explorable, though.
Yeah, and how much of it you can't get to. Because it might just be a case of it's a single path, but it looks like a big open place.
Kinda, yeah.
That seems impractical and something that would not work. That's a lot of things to carry.
Ew. No. No.
Lovely. Don't do that on screen. Oh, you're doing that on screen. Oh, that's oh. Oh dear.
Oh, we have guns.
Okay, good. There's combat in the game. Give me your hand in life. I'm so confused. Like, I don't know
Something's
what's happening.
happening to his body there.
Yeah.
He's getting cold.
Okay, there's an invisible thing. Right.
What?
I don't really understand anything about this game still. It's been, what, like 2.5 years?
I think longer. It feels like longer.
It feels like long. It's been so long since it was first announced. And what do we know about it? This is also an obnoxiously long trailer. I'm gonna be honest.
What are you looking at?
The mountain. The sky.
Headed into town.
What the, is that supposed to be an umbrella? I don't think
Kind
that...
of unpractical.
Yeah.
Things never stay gone for long. The time fall fast forwards whatever it touches. But it can't wash everything away. The past just won't let go. I'll see you around. Sandport Bridges.
Give me your hand in flesh. God, this is still going, jeez.
I'd like to keep my hand.
There's tons of them.
I'd give you my toenail, though.
Closing on my position. I have to move before they realize I'm in here.
Sam, if one of those things eats you, it'll trigger a void out. You'll come back, sure, but the surrounding area will still be a crater.
What?
I got an idea.
What are the rules of this world? Like, what is the logic behind any of this?
What is any of this? Just full stop. Why is there a baby in a bag? What's that thing?
Like, it has something to do with time travel. I've got that.
Yeah, but why is the time travel and why are babies involved and why is it asynchronous? I suspect then that in gameplay you can use that device to see the things, but if you use it too much then you're going to alert the things, whatever
Maybe.
they are. I mean, it's not overly clear. Nothing about this is overly clear. What am I saying? Hello. Well, that looks like a good death scene. Okay. I mean, we've seen some gameplay at last, so that's something. But I still don't understand.
Ew.
No, that's disgusting.
Jennifer Lawrence, why did you eat that thing?
Because she can.
Oh, Leah Seydoux. No, I know you're Leia Seydoux.
Lindsay Wagner, whoever that is, that's that person probably. That's a lot of dead whales.
She looks really familiar.
I don't know where from. Please just give us a... Oh, it's still going. Just give us a release date. Like a rough year of release. Kojima Productions, yes, we gathered that. At least a year? No? No? Okay.
Nope, we're going straight to Koei Tecmo.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well I'm just as confused about Death Stranding as I was an hour ago. Well done, Sony.
It's nice to see that it is an actual game with
Yeah,
gameplay.
this is very true. Oh yeah, Team Ninja. Okay. This will be Dynasty Warriors then, maybe. Or Neo again? Oh no, I remember what it is. That's Code Vein, isn't it? Or is it? I don't know anymore.
That dude just turned into a demon.
He did. He really did.
Neo 2.
There we go. So I was correct with Neo. That was a correct assumption. To be fair, the first one was received very well. I remember Max enjoyed it immensely.
Death defies you. Oh. In Soviet Russia.
I mean, that sounds very much, because it's, you know, it's a Dark Souls-esque game. That sounds about right. Oh, we might get it this time. Probably not, though.
Media Monaco just needs to stop fucking with us.
Nah, that'd be too easy. Yeah, no, not this time. Not yet. What's the game called again that they're teasing with that?
Dreams.
Oh, okay. The Raft, that'll be Spider-Man or the Avengers game then.
Yeah. Looks a lot different than it does in the movie.
Spider-Man! Yeah, I mean, it's not the same universe. The Raft looks completely different in the comics.
Maybe it's not as bad as it looks.
Love the optimism.
Do you know a lot about the Spider-Man comics?
I know more than the layman, I would have said.
Shocker. Is that Shocker or Electro?
That's not Electro.
This villain, is he unique to this game, or is he in the comics? Because I can't remember him.
The one that was on screen a second ago. Oh, Mr. Negative.
No, the negative guy.
I believe that is a villain that already existed.
You okay?
Yeah.
Welcome to the party.
Oh no, that is Electro, I think. Like, original costume Electro as well, which is a change. Can't be worse than the version.
Jamie Foxx Electro?
Yeah. That film was disappointing.
You forgot my name!
I know. It's, of all the motivations they could have had. Oh, that's...
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
I like that they're bringing more villains in, because I've always kind of felt that Spider-Man needs a good amount of villains in a game.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, Spider-Man has a good rogues gallery as well, so that, you know, it's definitely something that could work. This is nice. This is Arkham-style combat, but it's much more flexible to fit with the character.
And it makes sense for Spider-Man to be flinging himself around like that because he's so flexible. Batman, it's kind of like, bro, you literally just shot yourself across the room.
Yeah, Batman is like a brawler, so that kind of... Most of the Arkham combat makes sense for him, but this Spider-Man, they've done the correct variation on it, I think.
The only thing I don't like about this game is the fact that they have sections where you're focused on playing as like human characters.
Oh yeah, because you're going to be playing
Scorpion.
As... Oh, nice. Yeah, you're going to be playing
Are you
as...
the whole Sinister Six?
They might well be. Yeah, they got sections where you're playing as Mary Jane for no discernible reason.
Yeah. Like, why can't we... I mean, that's your werehog portion right there. Like, why do we need that? Why can't we just be Spider-Man?
I don't know. They might have a good reason for it. It might be good, but I doubt it. Still, I think the rest of the game looks promising so far.
That, and I also am curious to know, I haven't heard it confirmed yet, is the game open world New York?
I mean, I feel like they've done a lot of that. A lot of the Spider-Man games have been open world New York. So maybe they're trying to do something different?
Yeah, I haven't heard if it is or not.
I mean,
if it isn't, I don't think it would be a bad thing, because it looks great.
Yeah, no, I think I'd like a sort of semi-open, semi-linear kind of thing. That'd be like a nice different experience rather than just open world, because, you know, there's so much open world nowadays.
Yeah, it's just the web swinging. That's where it kind of comes into its own when you have that big open New York area to swing around.
Yeah, because I mean, like this web swinging, like this all seems to be done on prompts at the moment, and the web swinging needs to be good.
Oh, there's Vulture.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
okay.
That's a crappy Vulture.
I mean, you say crappy Vulture. That's comic Vulture.
Yeah, I don't like comic Vulture. I've never liked Vulture until I saw him in the MCU, and then I was like, "Holy shit, that's Vulture!"
Yeah, they did him well in. I love
Michael Keaton in a mech suit.
I don't mind comic Vulture. It's a bit weird, but you know, it has its own place. What I'm liking with the moment with the web swing, it looks like none of it looks like it's coming off nothing. It all looks like it's attaching to something in the world.
Yeah, you're not shooting it into the air.
Yeah, whereas a lot of times with the later Spider-Man games, they just didn't care about the web shooting, and you could just attach to anything, or nothing for that matter.
Yeah. Now, have you heard that they have different suits that you can equip?
Yeah, they do, and they have different abilities. My only issue is I think they've had a couple of things pre-order exclusive, because of course they have.
I think they're early access pre-order.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan of pre-ordering in general, so it slightly annoys me.
Yeah. As long as they're not locked behind a pre-order.
Yeah.
How do you like my new suit? Dashing. Where'd you get it? It's an exclusive club.
Alright, now we need Doc Ock.
Yeah, just one more. Doc Ock, or maybe Green Goblin. There's Mr. Negative.
Let's see.
This is
almost all of them, but Kingpin is also in the game.
Ooh, Kingpin would be good.
They confirmed him from the first trailer.
Alright, now I do like Kingpin. I remember a really good sort of bit about Spider-Man lore. When they had a weird comic book arc where Doc Ock ended up taking over Peter Parker's body and becoming Spider-Man for a bit.
I think I remember hearing about that.
Because comic books. They did a really cool thing where when he was first doing it, he punched someone. I think he punched one of the villains, I think it might have been Scorpion or something, and he just took his jaw off.
Oh.
Because Spider-Man pulls his... and they said, this whole time, Spider-Man pulled his punches while he was fighting, because he could he could just completely brain every single one of his villains, but he doesn't.
They had a surprise reveal there, so there is another villain.
Yes,
I think it was Goblin.
It's got to be one of the goblins. You can't have Spider-Man without one of the goblins in there.
That's a lot of villains, though.
Yeah, I mean,
we're going back to Last of Us.
If we're going Sinister Six, they could, if they balance it well enough.
Oh, so this is the end.
Oh, okay. So we've had no, none of that game that you wanted, just apart from the little teases throughout that.
What's that?
Dream, that one.
Oh, I don't particularly care for it. I was just wondering why they were only showing little second clips of it.
Yeah, why not?
They're just kind of like, remember, we're still making this game.
That's if that's the end, that's slightly shorter than I thought it would be. That's an hour and 15. Or no, actually no, by the time, just over an hour. Oh, I think that might actually be the end.
That was the PlayStation E3 showcase.
Yeah, that was kind of
okay.
Studios titles. We actually got a little more to share here. Coming right up.
Kind of just went out with a
gameplay.
It did a little bit.
Spider-Man right here, just a couple of minutes. We have a new game to announce. We have some other stuff to talk about.
They've got some other stuff to talk about apparently. Okay.
You know what I think it is? I think that was the show, but then they've got this as like kind of a wraparound for like a bigger conference.
Yeah, but this is just confusing.
Yeah, I don't like this.
This is a mess.
Thank you. Meredith?
Oh, Resident Evil 2. Come on, RE2. That looked so good. I know a lot of us fans have been waiting for that one. And there was like a moment where you're like, I'm not really sure I know what this is. And then as soon as he turned his head, I was like, yeah.
I mean, to be fair,
so good.
what she's saying, that's how I've summed up E3. It's like, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. Oh, cool. I know what this is.
Yeah, that's kind of how it is every year, and that's part of the excitement and the fun of E3 is not knowing what it is and then being taken, completely aback by stuff.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think overall this year's been pretty solid so far.
And kind of what the character of Sam is going to be doing in this very unusual world that is inhabited by some very unusual and scary things.
And people consume strange and unusual.
Well,
bugs.
Yeah, that was...
Babies continue to be a theme.
Yeah, that wasn't a myth.
Don't know what we're gonna find out there, but
Come on, just show us the last game. I think, to be fair, they said they've got a new game to show us. It might be the last thing that they have to show us.
I'm surprised we didn't see more of Days Gone. Like that game kind of just dropped off the map.
I mean, it's just a zombie game. I don't know what it has to offer. That's...
Yeah, I was surprised when they announced it. Like, what is it really? I think maybe they're having problems with that tech with the zombies.
They might be, but it's just like, oh, this is a zombie game set in like the south of America with bikers. I was like, great. Why again?
It was pretty rough. So we're going to see live gameplay of that.
Oh, there goes my stream again.
Oh dear.
Take this moment to announce a new game. What do you think?
Right, they're announcing a new game.
Hits keep coming.
Yeah.
So you guys know From Software.
Absolutely.
I'm aware of them.
They have created a lot of great games over
You're not announcing a new game if you talk about the new From Software game, because we already know what that is.
A VR game, apparently.
But it's very, very interesting, and I'd like to see the first footage of that right now.
Okay. Okay, so this is
I
a
don't
PS4.
play VR, so this isn't for me.
Yeah, so this is another PS4 exclusive Sony From Software game. But that also means if it's VR, that means I can't get it because it's PSVR and I have a Vive. So fuck you guys.
Aren't you excited?
I am excited.
Fairy.
I don't want to be a fairy.
And live in the world where time stands still.
Okay, this is definitely different from Software's usual tack.
Yeah, this is deceptive.
This is very different to From Software. Okay, so there's a cat in it. Cooking Simulator 2018.
What?
What's happening with this? What is this?
Someone at From Software was like, "Hey guys, you know how we make all these games that are really hard and like these worlds that are like really run down and really crazy and creepy and gory?
Well, here's a weird VR game in a Victorian house."
Yeah.
Okay, Decine, that's From Software's new title coming to PlayStation VR. Quite a departure, very artistic. Still don't know a ton about how it actually plays yet.
Yeah, no one knows anything about that. Looks like though.
Compelling is a word for it.
I mean, yeah. I think what they're trying to do now, the VR space had a bit of a lull in this last sort of year, like the hype in terms of hype. So I think in some respects we've seen quite a couple of VR games, so they're trying to bring back the hype a little bit, maybe.
Maybe, I mean, but like, what's the VR component? Are you the cat?
I don't know. I mean,
having like a Souls-style game where you're a cat would be kind of intense. You're a cat and you gotta like dodge the laser pointer.
I don't really know, to be honest. I think, to be honest, that's probably it from the conference, isn't it? Unless they're...
So, I mean, if you think about... So
what are they playing?
The game is, you know, a lot of people are like, last year's E3 was like, well, was that like...
I don't really want to watch them playing something, necessarily.
Manhattan, that's our New York City.
Also, that guy's got a man bun, so I hate him instantly.
But in between things like you saw on the raft, or we showed that back at last E3, you can just swing around.
Oh, they're playing Spider-Man.
Oh, okay. Alright, I'm good. I don't know. Well, I'll put it on for a few minutes. Okay, so it is definitely looks like they're going for open world then.
That is exciting.
Yeah. Okay.
I really don't want to have to play PS4.
I think the way they're setting this up, I hope you can turn off the prompts for the web swinging and just freehand it.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be prompted constantly go, oh, web to here, web to here. No, I want to be like, I want to be able to fuck it up. Like you could in Spider-Man 2, you could just completely fuck up the web swinging.
It's a big narrative-driven experience, but at the same time, a part of that superhero fantasy.
Oh, that camera though.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
Within New York City and seeing that, so you know, Adam is one of he's one of our combat pro players.
Yeah, again, I wouldn't mind. It's all looking quite good and it's very swish and fancy. But I would definitely prefer it if they gave you full freedom with the web swing, because I don't know if this is currently giving it to you. Anyway, I think that'll do for that. You know, that's a bit of gameplay, and I think that's the end of the conference. So we'll wrap it up there. I think that's a good time to wrap it up. So yes, that is the end of Sony's conference. We've only got one left at 5 PM British time tomorrow. We have Nintendo with Alex. So that's that. But anyway, thank you very much, Lemme Smash, for coming on to this one and joining me for a third conference.
It's been fun.
It has. It's been different. I don't know how well I'd say Sony did. They did okay. That's how I'd describe it pretty much.
Yeah, I don't know where I'd rate this one. Everything looked great. It's just I kind of wanted more.
Exactly. So yeah,
it's kind of like a Square Enix situation there.
Yeah, I really could take or leave the actual conference, even if the games themselves that they're showing off look promising. So yeah. Anyway, thank you for joining me, and thank you anyone who watched this and anyone who will watch this on VOD. We'll be back tomorrow for the final conference, and hopefully I'll be a little bit more awake for it. So goodbye.